You could visit a sperm bank. Now that I have your attention, hello lovelies. Today we're going to talk about how to not be bored. I have a few ideas for you to share, so let's get started. So as I said, you could visit a sperm bank. They did it in the Golden Girls to pep up a slow day. Well, actually that wasn't the reason, but Sophia said, this will pep up a slow day. We're going to visit a sperm bank. So I don't know why you would visit a sperm bank unless you were, in the business of getting sperm or doing something like that. However, it's just an idea. You don't have to take it. So, next idea. It's an arts and crafts idea. You can cut up an old pair of shoes and maybe make something out of it. This next idea is for all of you who like to cause chaos. You can make for sale signs and then put them on cars in your neighborhood and see, what happens. Like I said, causing chaos. Another idea is that you could have a seance. I tried this once as a skeptic. I would give it 1 out of 5 stars. I would not recommend. So it's kind of boring. But hey, if you want to call on spirits that have passed, people's spirits who have passed, then go ahead and try it. You could call someone's grandmother. She probably has long stories to tell. I know mine does. Always. She loves to talk. That reminds me, I should probably call my grandmother. You could go to a coffee shop and sit with a stranger. You'd probably have a very awkward conversation. And you might get yelled at by the stranger. And you might make friends, but probably not. But hey, that's one way to look strange. You just sit with a stranger. You could learn how to pick locks. That's actually really fun. I did do that once, and my friend got a lock picking kit semi-legally. I'm not sure how we got it, but so picking locks, like learning to pick locks, is actually super fun. So I would actually, if you have somebody who has a lock pick kit, then go for it. The next idea is that you could become a busker without a license and see if anybody catches you. So a busker, for those of you who don't know, is basically a street performer, and it's usually to do with music. So they usually are playing an instrument, and then they open up their case or whatever, or their hat, and you put some money in there. You need a license as far as I know to be a busker, but hey, if you want to live on the edge, do it without a license and see if anybody catches you. Another idea is that you could paint a stranger's house without telling them. So if you want to live on the wild side, see if you get caught. See if anybody notices that you're painting this house. That's a good one. That's a good idea. I wouldn't recommend it. These are not real ideas. I wouldn't recommend I'd recommend the lockpicking one and calling a grandmother. Maybe your grandmother you should call. You could write a poem about how you're dead inside, because let's be honest, you probably are. You could make a movie and post it online, maybe on YouTube. Make a YouTube video. Hey, maybe it'll blow up, you never know. You could have an existential crisis. I've done that multiple times. Mini existential crises, bigger existential crises. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. It can be kind of liberating, but that's a whole other topic, so we won't go into that here. But yeah, have an existential crisis if you want. Another idea that I have is that you could play hide and seek at the mall. This one really speaks for itself. I mean, maybe you don't think that hide and seek is for you, but maybe you should just give it a shot. So there you have it. Those are my ideas how to not be bored. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.